Follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/senseiislive. What's up everyone, welcome back to another new video on the channel and I hope you enjoy it. Today, Otaku Sensei is going to be recommending the top 10 action, superpower, and supernatural anime with a cool male lead. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you are new, turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos. Also, there's a link to Otaku Sensei's Discord server in the description, so join the Sensei server to chat and chill with other weebs and otakus, and without wasting any time, let's start the video. In 10th place comes in Kurokami, the animation. In this anime, high school student Ibuki Keita has been haunted by misfortune for as long as he can remember. For no apparent reason, everyone around him dies tragically. Ultimately, he refuses to become too close to anyone, even his childhood friend, Akane. This leaves Keita alone in a life full of misery and disgrace. While eating at his favorite ramen shop one evening, Keita meets a strange young girl named Kuro, possessing abilities that surpass that of a normal human being. Kuro classifies herself as a Motosumitama. She explains to Keita about Terra, a life energy force split between three identical-looking people, a global phenomenon dubbed the Doppelganger system. As a Motosumitama, Kuro guards the coexistence equilibrium, the beings that protect the flow of Terra around the world. Keita refuses to believe her story until he is caught up in the crossfire of this hidden world. On the verge of death, he makes a contract with Kuro, unbeknownst to its true meaning. Now he is bound to Kuro, and must be with her at all times. Could Keita's misfortune possibly get any greater? In 9th place comes in Sengoku Basara. In this anime, during Japan's Sengoku period, several powerful warlords fought in politics and in arms with hopes of unifying the country under a central government. Nobunaga Oda has asserted himself as being the most powerful of these rulers by possessing the strength and military resources necessary to conquer all of Japan. Shinjin Takeda and his trusted warrior Yukimura Sanada led one of the main clans staying in Nobunaga's way. One night, Sanada had been ordered to lead a sneak attack against General Kenshin Usugi, which was then thwarted by Masamune Date and his army. Sanada and Date fought to a draw, which forged a heated rivalry out of their newfound admiration for one another. Nobunaga continues to exert his forces in Sengoku Basara by doubling down on his influence across the country. Sanada and Date find themselves having to put their differences aside in order to quell the rise in Nobunaga and save feudal Japan from his tyrannical reign. Magical, militant, and political powers fly forth as these warriors and leaders clash amongst themselves and the armies of Nobunaga. In 8th place comes in Needless. This anime is set in the year 2130. The beginning date remains unclear. 50 years after World War III. The war has left a crater where Tokyo once stood, a place now filled with contaminated rubble. This spot, known as the Black Spot, has no electrical power, with the exception being the Simon building, and this is seen as a dark spherical patch from outer space as one of the many black spots across Japan. The black spot eventually becomes populated by outcasts, some of whom, as a result of the contamination, gain various powers called fragments. Those in possession of such fragments come to be known as Needless. The manga is divided into two separate parts. Part 1 introduces the characters, starting with the meeting between Adam Blade and Cruz Shield. The first part of the series is closely followed by the anime adaptation. Part 2 of the manga series, however, begins when Adam Archlight releases the full power of Positive Feedback Zero, his fragment. The manga begins the second part of the story, whereas the anime branches off and starts to wrap up the story. This was due in large part of the manga's late releases, as the anime wanted to continue the story. The last chapter of the manga, 114, was released in June of 2013. In 7th place comes in God Eater. In this anime, the year is 2071. Humanity has been pushed to the brink of extinction following the emergence of man-eating monsters called origami that boast an immunity to conventional weaponry. They ravaged the land, consuming almost everything in their path and leaving nothing in their wake. To combat them, an organization named Fenrir was formed as a last-ditch effort to save humanity through the use of God Eaters, special humans infused with oracle cells, allowing them to wield the God Arc, the only known weapon capable of killing origami. One such God Eater is Lenka Usuki, a new type whose God Arc takes the form of both blade and gun. Now, as one of Fenrir's greatest weapons, Lenka must master his God Arc if he is to fulfill his desire of wiping out the origami once and for all. The monsters continue to be born in masses, while the remnants of humanity struggle to survive the night. Only God Eaters stand between the origami and complete and total annihilation of the human race. In 6th place comes in Qualidea Code. On a quiet and peaceful day, the sky split open and extra-dimensional beings, designated as the Unknown, launch a swift and brutal attack against humanity. To protect the future of the country, all of Japan's children are cryogenically frozen until the end of the war to keep them out of harm's way. Several years pass and humanity has established a foothold in a corner of Japan, which now serves as the front line of the war. No longer facing humanity's extinction, the children are awakened from their slumber. It is now then discovered that, while in cryogenesis, the children had discovered worlds, supernatural powers unique to each person. The 6 most powerful children are given command of the reclaimed cities. Using their powers to defend the strongholds against the continuing invasion, childhood friends Ichaya Suzaku and Kanaria Utara lead Tokyo. Siblings Kasumi and Ashua manage Chiba, and Maihime, Tenkawa, and Hotaru Rindu oversee Kanagawa. Over time, the almost routine attacks from the Unknown and the clashing personalities of the city heads and subheads cultivate petty rivalries, leading to constant arguments between the 3 cities. With the Unknown suddenly increasing the pressure on their attacks, 3 city leaders must learn how to work together or risk losing the last line of defense against humanity's extinction. In 5th place comes in Rewrite. In this anime, Kazamatsuri, a well-developed city renowned for its burgeoning greenery and rich Japanese culture, is home to Kotaro Tanuji, a high schooler least privy to the place's shared values. Content to fill his pockets with frivolity, the proud and nosy boy whiles away his time pestering the self-proclaimed delinquent Haruhiku and indulging in his amorous feelings towards the oddball Kotori. Equipped with the superhuman ability to permanently rewrite any part of his body to multiply his strength or speed, Kotoru is naturally drawn to the supernatural. One special meeting with the lone member and president of the Occult Research Club, the witch Akane Senri, leads to Kotoru reviving the occult club by recruiting Kotori and 3 other members, the clumsy transfer student Chihaya, the strict class representative Lucia, and the unassuming Shizuru. As Kotoru unveils hidden secrets of each member of the occult club through their shared adventures, he will inevitably encounter a fate that only he might be able to rewrite. In 4th place comes in C, the money of soul and possibly control. In this anime, money is power, and without it, life is meaningless. In a country whose economy is in shambles, second-year economics university student Kinemaru Yoga understands this fact all too well, as he is surrounded by the relatively luxurious lives of his peers and struggling to make ends meet. However, his world is turned on its head when a stranger in a top hat arrives one late night at his door. Going by the name Masakaki, the visitor petitions Yoga to come to the Eastern Financial District, a place where money flows in abundance if one offers their future as collateral. Although reluctant, Green triumphs reason and Yoga accepts the offer, thus taking on the mantle of Antur. But unbeknownst to him, the land of wealth he has entered is an alternate realm built in the likeness of his own, where Anturs are forced to participate in weekly duels called deals, with their collateral at stake. Pitted against his countrymen and fate, Yoga must quickly adapt in this new world if he hopes to protect his fortune and future, and discover just how much money is truly worth. In 3rd place comes in Seiken no Queisser. In this anime, at St. Mihailov Academy, a series of serial murders have taken place with all the victims being young women. Who is this rampant culprit? And which beautiful maiden will fall prey to his evil next? After a horrible day of being harassed by their classmates, The adopted sisters Mafuyu Orbi and Tomo Yanobi stumble across an injured young man and decide to bring him back to their place to recover. That very night, Mafuyu ends up at the mercy of the infamous serial killer. Strangely, he demands not her life, but instead an icon left behind by Tomo's father. Luckily, Sasha, the mysterious young man that the sisters had taken in, comes to the rescue just in time, helping Mafuyu avoid the same fate as the other victims. Sasha reveals that he's a Queisser, an individual capable of controlling chemical elements by partaking in soma, a miraculous essence found within the breast of women. Sasha crafts a giant scythe and slays the serial killer. He enrolls in the academy the next day, signaling the very beginning of a very interesting school year. Seiken no Queisser is an action-heavy story that doesn't shy away from fan service. Join Sasha and his allies as they fend off the evil that is nearing in. In second place comes in Shingeki no Bamut. In this anime, thousands of years ago, the ancient dragon Bamut wrought havoc upon the land of Mistarcia, a world where both gods and demons live amongst mankind. Working together to prevent the world's destruction, the rival deities barely managed to seal Bamut, agreeing to split the key between them so that the dragon would remain eternally imprisoned. With the world safe from destruction of Bamut, it is business as usual for bounty hunters like Favaro Leon. Living a laid-back, self-serving lifestyle, an immoral Favaro goes about his work while on the run from fellow bounty hunters like Queisser Lidfard, a righteous man who swears vengeance upon Favaro. However, Favaro's carefree life is thrown into chaos when he meets Amira, a mysterious woman who holds half of the key to the world's fragile peace. Shingeki no Bamut Genesis tells the story of a group of unlikely heroes who find themselves caught in the middle of an epic clash between gods and demons, forced to carve their own path in the face of the imminent storm. In first place comes in Akiba's Trip the Animation. In this anime, the series revolves around otaku teenager Tomatsu Denkikai and his sister Niwaka, who are presently shopping in Akihabara, Tokyo, Japan. Suddenly, without warning, vampiric cosplaying monsters known as bugged ones run rampant throughout the city. These creatures can possess anyone by biting them, and soon they cause total mayhem across the city. As Tomatsu is about to be attacked by one of these creatures, a mysterious girl wielding a baseball bat named Matsume Mayanaka swings in and rescues him. Together, Tomatsu and Matsume fight against more bugged ones, and their encounters with them keeps increasing. However, whilst protecting Matsume, Tomatsu gets fatally injured by a bugged one. Unaware to him, Matsume is actually a high-level bugged one who is trying to protect the city. Left with no other choice, she revives him as a high-level bugged one and coerces him into joining her in battle. Tomatsu, Matsume, Niwaka team up with an avid cosplayer Arisa Ahukagen and form a group called the Electric Mayonnaise. While fighting, they notice that the only way to destroy the bugged ones is to rip their clothes off and expose them to sunlight. Taking advantage of this weakness, they vow to save their city from the bugged ones' wrath. Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Do you guys enjoyed this list or found a new anime to watch? Let us know your thoughts through the comment section below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to hit the notifications button so you never miss any upcoming videos. Also, don't forget to follow Otaku Sensei at AnimeBrownNet. I'll see you guys next time on a new video. See you later.